I didn't do that right. Let's redo this. This is the ship's laundry. By the time I got on the Stennis in 2002, for your personal laundry, you make an appointment and then you go down to the laundry room. But I'm guessing for the chiefs and the officers, people still do their laundry for them. This is what we call coffin racks, and this is how we sleep, or how we slept. Again, disregard the noise. The person who has the top rack, you notice, didn't have a rack that you can open like this. I've had both the coffin rack where you lift it and this. I took a picture, I think, for my grandma. I told her years ago and she laughed. If you're on this top bunk, okay, and they still got the curtains, see, they don't let you pull them to show you how they work. You could pull the curtains to sleep. You get a standing locker if your locker was the top bunk, because you don't get the coffin, as you can see. We're young enough to lift these, so yep, this is where we would put our socks and stuff. As you can see, you have a limited amount of things you can put in a coffin rack. So your family couldn't send you much other than your basics, because, well, that's how it worked. So this is the ship's mess. I remember these trays. They almost always put your meat on tray here, and then whatever vegetables or fruits you want in the other stuff. The difference is, if you see this, they're talking about my ship, the John C. Stennis. You won't believe me, but Nkrumah was on the boat with me. It's amazing to see her here as a second class. That is the emblem of the John C. Stennis. So since that's also a CVN, they kept this part of it. I personally served with her and saw her around the boat. I just didn't know that she was a ship's culinary specialist, which they called mess management specialist when I first got to the fleet. If you saw Nkrumah, it's changed. You can see the Nimitz uniform now. All of the cooks wear this.
Helps me through the workday because it gives me that chance to just relax, taking the new spice of culture and color that
We'll listen to this for a few minutes.
put out for us. And not only that, but it gives me a chance to talk to my other fellow shipmates that I have no idea who are, and understanding what they do for a job makes me really appreciate what it's like to be in the Navy.
The importance of providing a variety of food to the sailors on the Stennis is so that keep their interest in what we feed them and everything to make sure that
It's
they
entirely too
enjoy
noisy here. I didn't know this many people were gonna be here, y'all. These plates, to my knowledge, you only got these, at least when you were on the Stennis, either if you were an officer, because the officers got served, or we got these, what's called our birthday meal. If your birthday fell on certain month, they do a birthday meal. This Thanksgiving, you're seeing crab legs. That's probably the officers. Now on submarines, all sailors, regardless of rank, get things like crab legs because of the nature of their duty. So I'll explain that later at the Undersea Museum. I'm not going to go through this entire museum today, in part because people are loud and getting on my nerves. And education. By the way, there are people who are paid from colleges to come on board to teach us. I took 3 classes on my only cruise on the Stennis.
Next one is the John C. Stennis University, or the Navy College on board, as well as School of Ship, which is command indoctrination for both officer and enlisted on board, as well as travel department, kind of like the Expedia.com for the entire crew.